Welcome to the 5th issue reading episode of Hitchhiker's Guide to Privacy Engineering. Make yourself comfortable and prepare to explore this science fiction comic book that teaches privacy. I am the storyteller, a droid serving the Order of Epic. And as you are to become a master of the guild, I will be here telling you about the galaxy and the darkness therein. So, let's start the 5th chapter of Hitchhiker's Guide to Privacy Engineering, shall we? Chapter 5. The Approaching Darkness. Days passed, and Red was not convinced that her brother, Ray, was dead. She knew he was out there, somewhere in the galaxy. For the first time in my life in the academy, I am reluctant to attend any of the classes. They are wasting my time, and I need to find out what happened. I need to find a way to talk to the Grand Master. Now, after class training with Master Talia might allow me to finally communicate with the dark entity. I believe I need to focus, and this time let the voices surround me in the darkness rather than resisting them as Master Talia instructs. Yet, time is of the essence. There must be something that I am not seeing, and I need to find out what. It's no mere luck that the voices, however crazy it sounds, I can hear my Ray's voice as well. Master Talia believes that my mind is playing tricks on me due to my stress. But no, I don't really feel that way. I don't know how, but I am sure that it's him calling for help. Or is it a warning? I don't know. Yet, I need the answers. Now, Red got out of the candidate house tower and made her way towards the research sector to attend Master Ya's class. Her only motivation was to talk to Master Yaz and figure out if there are updates on the remaining ships spotted on the radar. Where have you been? I thought you were skipping this class as well as you not leaving your room for weeks now, said Kyle. Red was not aware of the presence of his best friend since childhood. Well, I thought it was about time to get some fresh air, replied Red. And I am certainly not going to find any answers in my cave. So I need to talk to Master Yaz about any updates on the missing spaceships. That's why I wanted to reach out to you for days now, said Kyle. I heard some of the masters in the keep talking about it. There were 2 signals intercepted from the missing ships, and now they said there is only one. Red felt that pain in her stomach again. When? Replied Red. Well, I heard it 2 days ago, and I tried to reach out to you, but you ghosted me. Then I thought you were already sad enough, so I didn't want to hurt you even more with this information. Red pushed Kyle to the side and said, Really? Is that why you kept this from me? Seeing the angry look on Red's face, Kyle thought Red figured out why he really kept this information from her. All right, I know you more than anyone in the academy. So you sneaking out in the middle of the night to go after the signals is a very high probability. I believe I just wanted to protect you, said Kyle. The anger on Red's anger seemed to dissolve into a more innocent and caring expression. I hate it when I feel like you can read my mind. This was the first idea that occurred to me the second you told me that the signal was lost. Well, it takes crazy to know crazy. Let's get to the class or Master Yaz will unleash hell upon you for skipping his lessons, replied Kyle with a laugh and touched Red's shoulder. Unfortunately, Red's plans were kaput. As they walked inside the Master Yaz class, they realized he was not going to be attending the course as he was occupied with order matters. This proved to Red that what Kyle heard at the library was true. That must be the reason why Master Yaz canceled the class, and probably he was trying to figure out what happened at the Master's Keep. Red looked at Kyle and realized he was already looking at her with a tense face. I need to talk to Master Talia. Can you cover me during my remaining classes? Said Red. Yes. Don't worry, I got you, replied Kyle, and went to the library to wait for the next lesson. Red nodded her head as thanks and made her way to the containment sector. She thought that is where her best chance to find Master Talia. Red arrived at Master Talia's lab where she saw Master Yaz and Master Talia talking. Actually, it was more like an argument. When Red entered the building, Master Yaz cybernetics warned him that someone entered his proximity. It seems you have a visitor. We can continue this later on. I need to get to Master's Keep to coordinate the extraction, told Master Yaz before leaving the lab. She stopped in front of Red, gave a warm smile, and looked back to Master Talia. This is our only chance, Talia. We should act now. Then he moved past, touching Red's shoulder to show her sympathy. Master Yaz, are there any updates on the missing ships? Master Yaz didn't reply. Red asked again in a more louder and serious pitch. I know that one of the signals faded. Please tell me if my brother was on that ship. And Master Yaz stopped walking. We really don't know, Red. I am sorry, but you need to stay strong and be patient. We are on it. Then he left. Red walked inside the lab. Hello, Master Talia. Sorry to interrupt, but my class was canceled and I thought you were the only one who can give me an update on the situation. What was that about? Red, I know you want answers. Things are more complicated than you know. We have a plan, yet I believe the risks are too high, replied Master Talia. How can I help? Asked Red. The funny thing is you are already helping. Come, let's start today's training, and I will tell you more, replied Master Talia. She walked towards the neural amplifier stack and waited for Red to come and connect to it. Red asked Master Talia, please tell me how I am exactly helping. Told Red while she slowly walked to the amplifier. I inspected the neural data from our last training. You mentioned that you can hear your brother's voice for some time now, replied Master Talia. I believe you are actually on to something, as the data shard and the readings are spiked, and there is a pattern. Grandmaster's neural data shard's reading is somehow synced with yours since his return, continued Master Talia. We need to examine these connections more thoroughly to figure out what is wrong with the Grandmaster as well. So let's start and figure out what exactly is this connection, told Master Talia. She then raised her hand and did a smooth hand gesture to activate the amplifier. Well, I am willing to deeper this time. This might be our last chance to communicate with my brother and figure out what happened exactly, replied Red. Then she sat on the amplifier seat, which allowed the computer to connect the neural tech every candidate turns when they passed the first test. Master Talia synced Red's cyber war with the amplifier, and when she saw that the data stream has started, told Red. Never let yourself near the darkness when you are in there, all right? This was the risk I was telling you about earlier. You let the voices cover you in the darkness, you might not wake, replied Master Talia. Don't worry, Master Talia. I will be careful, said Red and closed her eyes. Are you ready? I am amplifying the resonance in 3, 2, 1, replied Master Talia. But as soon as the resonance amplified, Red couldn't even hear the countdown and found herself in a dark, dreamlike world. It was pitch black, and Red felt alone, cold inside darkness. She tried to control her breath and focus on the white noise that she can hear in the background. And as she focused more, that noise amplified and started to illuminate the darkness. Red could see abstract shapes flowing around her. The more she was focused, more of these shapes appeared around where they illuminated the sky now. Red was standing on a shallow lake, and there were strange objects around her standing in the air just as if there was no gravity. She saw her brother's pet standing there, or her missing book on cyborg anatomy. She even saw a house afar floating in the darkness. Wow, where am I? What is this place? Thought Red. She caught her breath and calmed herself down. She called out, "Brother." Her voice also created a new shape in the air, a new energy flow that illuminated its own light. But this light was different than the rest of the shapes, as it was brighter than the rest. And just as this new shape appeared as a manifestation of Red's voice in the darkness, all the other voices stopped just as a sentient being realized something and become alerted. The shape stopped moving, and all moved closer to the Red's voice energy field. Only one of the voices was still standing the same as before. Red focused on the voice and tried to walk towards it to hear it better. She walked past the book and pet floating in the air, and they vanished just as Red touched them. The closer Red got to the sound, she realized it was indeed her brother's voice. She tried to reach out to the energy field, but it was far away. "Brother, I am here. Can you hear me?" told Red, and her voice turned into a new energy field, like a conjunction with Ray's energy field, to create a stronger connection. I couldn't believe it. I was right. It was Ray's voice, and it's clearer than ever, thought Red. Red's vitals and neural data spiked at that moment. Master Talia realized she was on to something. Even though it was risky, if what Master Yaz told her before Red arrived was true, this might be the only way to save the Academy, she thought. She increased the amplifier to help Red's connection be more stable. Red felt the amplification as now she could hear her brother just as he was standing in front of her. Something is wrong with Grand Master. He was the reason why we got ambushed by Lilith. As if he wanted to be found by the spawns of Lilith, said Ray. "Are you okay? Where are you?" replied Red, but Ray's voice stopped suddenly as the other dark energy field started to break inside their white bright energy field. They surrounded Red as a dark cloud, and just as the thunderous voices overwhelmed Master Talia closed the amplifier. Red felt a sudden pain in her head after disconnecting from the amplifier. She went into a shock and lost consciousness. This is the end of Chapter 5, The Approaching Darkness. Subscribe to the newsletter to get your hands on the early access material every Wednesday.